Good?
We're good.
All right. Good morning, New Day. I hope you guys are having a Merry Christmas. I know that we are at our house this morning. It is such a wonderful day to be with you. Got all kinds of fun and exciting news going on as far as the life of our church is concerned. But before I get there, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about what has been happening in the life of our church over the past 2 years. On December 7th, 2014, we started our church, and in our first membership Sunday that March, we took on 55 charter members at that time. And over the next year and a half to 2 years, our membership has grown from that 55, those original 55, all the way up now to 162 members. And God has just been blessing us with people, and He has been blessing us in our finances, and He has been blessing us with the people that He is sending, because out of those 162 members, there are 64 of those who are brand new to the church, who had never been involved in a church anywhere before. And in that 2-year period, we have also seen over 60 people come to Christ and accept Christ as their personal Savior for the first time. And in this first 2 years as well, we have also seen over 20 people baptized. So God is doing some amazing things. And also in our first 2 years, we have been able to bring on a youth pastor, a children's pastor. From the beginning, we've been able to have our worship leader, and we've been able to bring on a wonderful staff that has helped provide great leadership and direction for the ministries in our church. And we are just so thankful for how God has blessed us with those people as well. Since we have been in this building, we started out with 0 teens in our youth department, and now we have 20 regular attending teens on Wednesday nights and on Sunday mornings. In our children's department, we have been able to not only start a nursery program, but we have regular kids worship on Sunday mornings. We have K through 2nd grade Sunday school class, and then 3rd grade through 5th grade Sunday school class. And so both of those areas are flourishing and doing very, very well. We have been able to start a Wednesday night meal ministry, which has been a wonderful time to get together and grow in our relationships with one another. We have been able to start a regular Wednesday night Bible study, and just in the past month or two, we have started a second class on Wednesday night, which is our Kickstart class. And if you have not been able to be a part of that, we will be starting that up again in January for a few weeks. Also, while we've been here, we've been able to start a regular women's ministries, and they just had their Sunday school class their Christmas party this past week. And we've also been able to start a college ministry. And on Sunday mornings, we have just started a new Sunday school class called Pairs and Spares, which links the college group with some of the young married couples in our church. And that's been a great time of learning together. And also something that you are noticing today, we like to do things different at New Day. And so we are doing this church service on Christmas Day a little bit differently. We've been on the front edge of the Facebook Live stuff, and the live feed has been able to not only bring new families to our church, but we have been able to reach people not only across the country but across the globe with our church services, which has been an amazing thing. I know that Stephanie Case just a few weeks ago watched our church service while she was in Europe, and so that has been a wonderful blessing for us and for all the tech people who are involved in that, and making this kind of thing possible is quite remarkable. And it is, again, one of those things that God is able to use to grow His church, but also allow us the freedom to reach people that we never would have thought possible. And we are so thankful for His love for us and what He is doing. We started meeting at the youth room over at Lake O, and in that space we grew to a point to where we are today. And today we love this place. We love the sanctuary that we're in, but it is not where we feel led or where we feel called. From the very beginning of our church's time, we have felt like we needed to be a church in the Surrey Hills area, in North Yukon and West Oklahoma City. And so we've been working very diligently on trying to find property and trying to figure out how we are going to make it out there and how we are going to eventually have New Day Church of the Nazarene in Surrey Hills. God is doing some amazing things. People say that miracles don't happen every day, but miracles do happen. Miracles are happening in our church every day. The birth of Jesus in and of itself was a wonderful miracle. What he did for us is an amazing miracle. And it's not so much, though, about what God does for us that makes it miraculous. It's what God does with us that makes it truly a miracle. And God is using people in this church and people outside of this church to capture his vision for us and to push us to where we need to be and to guide us and direct us to the group of people he wants us to serve. And so without any further ado, I would like to let you know that this is our property. Your Christmas present today is a piece of property that has been donated to us, free and clear. We don't owe any money on this property. As you can see behind me, it stretches all the way up to Northwest Expressway, where you see all the cars passing there. It's 5.5 acres. It's 5.5 acres that I believe that God is going to use in a very powerful way. Just standing here and looking around, I can see a church building filled with people, filled with ministries, and filled with people coming to Christ. And this is going to be a very, very exciting time for our church. So over the next year, we are going to have the opportunity together to dream God-sized dreams and to allow him to use us in ways that we never thought possible. And I look so forward to sharing that time with you. Your pastor loves you very much, and I'm thankful for all of you. I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas. Enjoy your time with the family, and I look forward to seeing you next Sunday on January 1st at our New Year's brunch. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day. I can't remember the acres. I think we'll drive by the sign in a second. It's like 180 acres. There's something like 380 homes going in back here.
That's awesome.
380 homes. At some point in time. There's a really big neighborhood right over here. You can see the rooftops over there. There's another big neighborhood right up the road. It's Piedmont Schools. And then naturally over here south of Expressway, you have all the Surrey Hills neighborhood. So your pastor hasn't even really talked to the board about it. One board member's here, but I haven't talked to the board about it, but I've just made an executive decision. Easter Sunday at New Day this year is going to be on our very own piece of property.
Our pastor didn't even wait to hear all this stuff. We knew God was going to do something. And so there's already a committee in place for the building plans, which is great. They've already met already, just talking. So they're going to have plans out that we can see before too long. There's going to be a finance committee. Everything's already in place. There's even, and this is what's really cool, there's a prayer committee. It's going to be praying for the people that are dealing with all this stuff and working on this, praying for our church as we go through this. So that's what's really cool. And we even talked like out here, potentially having a prayer garden that before we even get a building up, we can all come out here and whenever we feel like, and come out and pray over this property, pray over what God's going to do here, not just in this building, but in all these neighborhoods. I mean, there are thousands of people, thousands of families within less than, what do we say, a 4-mile square radius here, that need to hear about God's love. And it's just cool. I am just blown away by what we're going to be able to, what God's going to do here.
This is all just kind of exciting stuff. I hope you guys have enjoyed the present. I've enjoyed it.